Okay, let me know if when you can see my screen.
Yeah, clearly. You can go ahead, Charles.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes.
Let's get some other stuff working. Bear with me. The start of anything is usually like this. All right.
Okay, you shared some stuff. You shared something.
Yes. Yeah. So basically, I shared the slide deck. That way, you're able to follow along with the presentation.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. I will make this brief or quick. All depends on you. Now, one thing I ask is, for learning to be truly effective, there has to be a sort of participation. So I employ us to use the chat, ask questions, engage, and be curious. So the topic for today, yes.
Sorry, Dr. Charles. Sorry to cut you. So there's someone that's saying that, I think she's talking about the link. She said, was that for everyone? We don't see it. I can see the link, and I can also see your.
Okay, that would be for you to fix, because I don't know if there's any setting that prevents them from seeing the link. But if you can see, find a way to send it to everyone.
I've sent it out. Don't worry. I've sent it out to everyone.
Thanks. Yes, perfect. All right. The essence is follow the link and have fun. How do we unlock the power of project management? First of all, what is project management? It appears to be a buzzword. Everyone is joining on the bandwagon. I want to become a project manager. Now, what this session will do is to show us practically what project management is and how you can apply it, not just in your careers, but in your personal lives. My name is Charles Igwe. And 1 second, I think there's something else I'm forgetting to do. I got to be able to view my notes. Correct. Okay. Every great achievement, especially in today's world, is driven by a vision. Somehow, that vision needs to be turned into reality. And that is where project management comes in. Project management bridges the gap between a vision and reality. Good. All right. Now, two things. I'm going to explain two things. First of all, this webinar is proudly sponsored by Blackforce. Very unusual that you have an organization take care of sponsoring a webinar. Now, Blackforce is a Canadian-based technology training platform that is dedicated to empowering Black and ethnic minority communities with the skills and opportunities needed to thrive, not just in any world, more especially in the tech world. So, a big virtual round of applause for Blackforce for putting this together. Before we start this journey, I want to take us briefly through the impact of project management. Now, project management first started basically with the Wright brothers' first flight in 1903. Now, why am I going all the way back? It is to show us that project management has been in operation from the beginning of time. Now, think about the moon landing in 1969, where NASA put a man on the moon. That is a project. And that involves lots of planning, lots of execution, and above all, the application of principles, tools, and techniques. A couple of years ago, I remember in 2002, when I was admitted into the University of Benin, the cell phone was just becoming mainstream then. Imagine if someone had told our forefathers that they would be able to communicate via a mobile device to their children millions of miles away. I'm sure my grandpa would have said, "Come on, Charles, go tell me something else, or go get your tools and go to the farm." But that idea has become a reality. How? The application of project management. And the good thing about project management and its application is it's evolving. We've not arrived at a perfect point. When we go further into the course, we'll talk a little bit about the principles and the tools of technique. But what is the essence of this session? The essence of this session is not to excite you, but to help you see how project management is a way of life, not just the application of principles, tools, and technique. So, question for us. What does project success look like? Think about it. What does project success look like? I know someone could say, "Charles, why are you asking us what project success looks like when you've not even defined what a project is?" Fair question. But I decided to put this here to test our knowledge. It's a rhetorical question. When you go to the grocery, how do you know you went to a successful grocery shopping? Did you get everything on your list? Did you even make a list? What is success for you? When you decided to attend this webinar, what were your expectations? It's the same thing in a project. Project success is about basically 4 broad things. Number 1, you got to meet the project objectives. Number 2, you got to satisfy the stakeholder. Number 3, you got to deliver business value. And number 4, you have to be able to meet or exceed quality standards. We will come back to this slide after we take the definition of a project. So, what is the learning objective for today's session? 1, discovery phase. What does it take to be a PM? What does it mean to be a project manager? What are the core principles? What do you need to have to be a successful project manager? What are the project life cycle? By life cycle, we mean how can we execute a project? What are the routes from idea generation to idea execution up to when we deliver the project to the client? Number 2, we will look at some toolkits relevant in today's world to help you become a relevant project manager. Now, when we talk about projects, managing projects, it would shock you to find or to realize that most of the skills required to be a good or a successful project manager are not even the hard skills, but the soft skills. I hear someone screaming, "Charles, what do you mean by hard skill? What do you mean by soft skill?" Hard skills are the technical know-how. I can analyze cost, using the different cost techniques like life cycle costing, like analogous estimating, like top-down estimating. All these are techniques, hard skills. If you get into a new project and you do not know how to analyze your stakeholders, analyzing stakeholders means understanding the different needs and wants of the stakeholders. Guess what? It doesn't really matter what you think or what you want. You're being paid by someone, a stakeholder. So one thing is to know how to analyze them. By analyzing, you're asking yourself, where does Charles fit in? Is Charles a supportive stakeholder? Then another thing is to know how to manage Charles. Charles could be eccentric. Charles could be difficult. You don't need hard skills to do that. You don't need to be able to estimate cost. You don't need to be able to perform stakeholder analysis to be able. One second. Okay. So bear with me. This is the first time I'm actually using this platform. So there could be some teething challenges. Okay, let's come back here. Good. So leadership is about soft skills. What are soft skills? Communication. How do you communicate? Conflict management. How do you resolve conflict? Then we will go to the impact peak. How do you create a lasting change? What do you expect to get from today's session? Number one, understand the essence of being a project manager. Number two, look at some skills you need to be successful in today's environment. And number three, we got to master the art of leadership, leading yourself, leading others. And finally, how do you sustain and create this impact? So, that brings us to project management. What is project management? Not yet interacting. Project management is the application of knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques to project activities in order to meet the project requirements. Okay, question for us. If we can use the chat, please put your responses in the chat. Simple question. Why for yes and for no? Do you have project management experience? I'm not going to continue until I see some responses in the chat. Do you have project management experience? Do you think you have project management experience? Why for yes and for no? Okay. All right. I see some yeses and I see some no's. Great. Okay. Keep the responses coming. It will shock us to find that we all have project management experience. How do you even know something is a project? 5 characteristics. Number 1, it is temporal. By temporal, we mean it has a defined start and a defined end. Number 2, it is unique. It leads to the creation of something new. Number 3, It has a defined scope. What is scope? Oh, Charles, for those of us that do not have project management experience, scope is what you need to do to deliver a project. The definition is scope is all the work and only the work required to complete the project. As an example, if I need to build a new software, the client, Charles, all right, we've got lots of new folks getting into Canada. Can you build an app that they can download at the airport? And the app would instantly connect them to other immigrants in the same profession as they are for networking. That could be an app. That's what the client wants, right? Now, when we go into the different types of delivery is, remember, let's take it one step back. We said scope is what you need to do to deliver the project, right? Then delivery, on the other hand, is how do you deliver the scope? Let's use a simple example to bring that home. Babajide wants Charles to go to Toronto to do something for him. No, let's make it more specific. Babajide wants Charles to go to Toronto to deliver a lecture on the importance of project management. So what is the scope for Charles? Go to Toronto, to XYZ College, and deliver a 2-hour lecture on the importance of project management. That's the scope, well defined. The delivery, on the other hand, is how is Charles going to get to Toronto? How? Responses. Let's assume you are in one city and you need to get to another city. How many means can you get there with? Let's get involved in the chat. You're asked to deliver something in X city, or you can go by road. That is one. How else can you go? You can go by air. That's true. By road. Now, you can even classify road further. You could drive a bike, a power bike. You could go by car. You could go by bicycle. That's correct. Okay. Now, when you look at your responses, you would find that there are two categories of response. One response is the means. What is the means? The means is, it could be a car. It could be a bicycle. It could be a train. That means. The other is the mode. The mode is air, rail, road, or sea. Let's look at those modes as the delivery method. So I could have a defined scope, right? But I have different ways to actualize the scope. Okay. Now, in a project again, why am I spending time on this slide? This is the foundation of project management. What is a project management? How do you understand the different phases of a project management and the key things you need to become a good project manager? Every single project is constrained. By constrained, we means I'm going this way, something is dragging me that way. Charles! That's a constraint. Every project has one. Now, let's take a step back and look at the previous example. I'm deliberately keeping my examples very simplistic because we have those that have no prior knowledge of project management. Okay, now let's go back to our defined example. Already, Nico already screamed in the chat, you need funds. Regardless of the means that you choose, you need funds. Okay, that fund is called a resource. You don't have unlimited fund. You don't have unlimited time. So a project is always constrained by money, by time, by people. Maybe you need an experienced project manager, but you can't find one. And then you've got the stakeholders, the people that will be affected, the people that will affect, and the people who assume or think they will be affected by the project. There are three categories of people here. Number one, those that will definitely be affected by the project. Let's go back to my example. Babajide says, Charles, I need you to go to Toronto to deliver a lecture. That is my scope. Who are my stakeholders? All right, let's play a little game. Who are my stakeholders? I need us to come to participate in this, just so